Hello, welcome to Carpool Crochet. This is Susan. It's the first day of school. Yay! Now I think I have more time anyway to do some videos and do some work and get some stuff done around here. I have to go pick up in the carpool in about an hour. So I thought I would sit down here and go over some new yarn that came in for me. It's not hoarding if it's yarn, right? Such an innocent little thing. They're telling me this. This is from Sandhill Yarns, and this is the collaboration that Matt from Gilded Loop Crochet had with them to choose some unique colorways, and then I think he picked some from past color drops that they had done. I guess how it works is weekly, this company, the small business, will have special hand-dyed yarns on sale for, they only have a certain amount and they sell out every week, I guess, because they're very reasonably priced. I believe $15 a skein. That's what these were, and I think that is their norm. That's what they try to keep their price point at, which is really good for hand-dyed yarn. And I mean, this is art, and you can't get, well, I guess you can't, $14.99 for a Karen cake at Michael's, which is ridiculous to think that this is the same price. So this packaging is so cute. I had to, when my husband normally picks up the mail from like an outside, like a community mail drop where there's like little parcel lockers and things. So he usually gets that when he walks the dogs, and he came back with this and he's like, what? I'm like, yes, see, other people get it, and look how cute this little bird is with all the yarn. I love it. So I'm already like in love with this company, with this packaging. So let me get it open and see what I got. You had to be, it was available on a Sunday, like a week or so ago, but to do a pre-order, you had to be on Matt's, you had to be a subscriber and sign up with a special link to the company. I don't know how it worked exactly, but I did watch his live. I did sign up, and I was given an opportunity to buy this on pre-order, and this is gorgeous. So this was the special yarn that I think members of Matt's community voted on some picture inspirations for this yarn, and this was a beautiful sunset, I believe. So I love this coral color with the turquoise. I'm going to get it up close with the tag. Look at how pretty that is. Just the rich blues. I love this blue, and it goes so well with this coral. I've already told you that I have a couple blankets over in my corner that I've worked on that have this kind of coral and blue color mix, and I love it. So this is Sandhill Yarns, soft on skin, easy on the wallet, true. Gilded Sunset. So it's kind of named after the Gilded Loop Crochet. It's so nice. I mean, so cool to have a yarn named after your channel. I mean, it's amazing. So this is a sock fingering weight, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 400 yards and 100 grams. So quite a bit, but it is a fingering. I think that this was the yarn that I had to have this special yarn, and it was already sold out in the DK weight when I went up to buy it. So it was either like a 5 bulky. I don't know if I'm getting fuzzy, not in focus. It was so I could choose between a bulky or the fingering, and I decided this would make a gorgeous shawl. I can do that with the fingering weight. Fingering is not my favorite, but I can definitely work with it, especially with something so pretty and delicate like this. So I got two of this Gilded Sunset. I love it. Oh boy, you know how I said the other video that was going to work on my whips and not work on anything new. But this is going to call my name. Like, I have to start something with this. And then I also got, because I love teal, just like Matt, this is this gorgeous blue, and this is called Very Berry Blue. But it's got like a teal, it leans very teal. And I thought that this would go with this, and it does. So I'm definitely excited to put these two together. And I got two of these. So because I was going to try to work these together, I got the fingering weight in the Very Berry Blue as well. That's going to be stunning. Oh my gosh. Like a wrap with this. I have to think of the perfect stitch. If you guys have any ideas for patterns or stitches, please let me know in the comments. There's plenty of yarn for that. What was it, 400? So this is 1,600 yards. I mean, I could even make a sweater probably, but I think a wrap will just be so beautiful because it's got this gleam sheen to it. I'm just, you know, even at $15 a skein, it's a little bit of a splurge to get 4 skeins like this, but it's very soft, very squishy. I am going to have to figure out how to wind this into a ball because I have like a ball winder over here, but I don't have one of those, what do you call them? It's like a rack. Looks like a big, like a circular clothesline of some sort, but maybe I'll have to use like the back of a chair, or maybe I'll just buy one of them. But I don't usually buy enough of this hanged up skeins to think about that too often, but it's so pretty. And it's not like a super tiny fingering weight. It's like, I mean, I think I can work with that for sure. And it's got like it's not too slippery, not like bamboo. It should be hopefully not splitty. And I'll use my Furls. Usually when things are splitty, when I use my Furls metal streamline hooks, it works a lot better. I know that with the MJ Off the Hook Designs Timeless Tones, I thought that wouldn't be splitty, and I've been working on a project and it does tend to split. But with the Furls hook and just working with the right tension, it's fine. And I love that yarn too. It's nice and squishy and it's making a beautiful garment. So this was the exciting update that came in the mail a day or two ago. So I'm excited about that, and I will work on a project. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to work something up with this or start another project. I'll start another whip because I did finish some other stuff that I'll show you in the next Weekend Whips episode of this channel. So I deserve to start a new project, right? And then I wanted to, since I knew that would be like very quick, my sister and her family went to Ireland a couple weeks ago on a vacation. We have some friends who used to live in Austin who live in Ireland now, and well, they're from Ireland. They had come over here. They moved back home, and she went to go visit them, and she also went and toured a little bit on her own, and they went to the Aran Islands, and I didn't even think to ask her for yarn, but they're very famous for their fishermen's sweaters, and I guess the wool there, they like when they would, it's for knitting, really. Knitting is the traditional way they would make these sweaters, not crocheting, but every stitch kind of tells a tale of fishing boats and family and connection to the land and marriage and love. And it's so beautiful. Everything has like a symbolic meaning. So they went to the Aran Islands, and my niece is so sweet. She's 10 years old, and she is so supportive of my crocheting. She is the craftiest in our family. She can craft me under the table for sure. Like, she'll sit down at a table with some paper and glue, and she'll come up with something amazing. And she just loves it. And she'll be like, Auntie, look, I crocheted this like friendship bracelet or whatever. And so she's so supportive. And then as soon as I start a YouTube channel, forget about it. I was the coolest. And she's like, how many subscribers, Auntie? You know, she got all the stats, and she's like, I'm going to try to hype you. So cute. I love it. But anyway, when they were on vacation, she saw this yarn shop, or like, I guess it sells woolens and sweaters and things, but they had yarn there. And she told her dad that she had to pick me out my souvenir from that store. So she went and she did it all herself. She picked out from the Isles of Arran. And you can go to the website, although I went to the website and they do sell sweaters and things like that, but I didn't see any yarn on there. But she picked out this Arran for the Aran Islands, not Aran weight, but Aran Woolen Mills. And it's a tweed, a beautiful blue tweed. And this is, it doesn't say on it, but I would say this is a worsted weight. It 100% wool, of course. And I looked it all up. They're all like officially Irish companies and made in the Aran Islands. And this was hand wash, of course, lay flat to dry. And let's see. They said it 175 yards. And they say needle size 6 to 7 millimeters. I don't know if that corresponds to crochet hooks, but I would say it's a worsted weight. But, you know, she knows me. I mean, this is the colors I go for. So blue, and then this beautiful Aran Crafts. It's like a darker blue tweed. And this is more of a DK, I think. But not too far off. I mean, it definitely feels like wool. This one's a little bit more nubby than the other one. And this says, I don't know, it says 100% pure wool. The labels aren't exactly the same as what we would have here. But that's very dark, but against this one. But I think if I could work those together, for sure. And then one more. This is Aran Islands Knitwear. Another one from the Aran Woolen Mills. And it's nice gray. And this one is a superwash merino, so it does feel significantly softer than the other two. But it's got a nice, like, darker gray and lighter gray coloring. I don't know about hand dyeing, nothing about the dyeing process or anything, but it is, you know, these are like about 15 pounds each. I don't know what that would correspond to for dollars. Yeah, this is like $14.90. So not like super, this one's $10.90 pounds. So not super, super duper expensive, but, you know, obviously a little bit special for sure. And the fact that she went in there and picked these out for me, so sweet. So I have my Irish wool, like from Ireland, from the Aran Islands. So, you know, we have some hand-dyed special yarn, and we have the special Irish yarn. And you know, when you're trying to find a specific ball of yarn, and I was looking everywhere, I actually know that it's in a plastic Ziploc, like a big 2-gallon bag. And I have this yarn that I bought in Greece last year. We were on the island of Crete, and I had looked up, like, where are the yarn shops? And I found this beautiful yarn shop, and the proprietor was so kind. She was so beautiful. She was a British lady, actually. She had moved there. She had a story about moving there after coming to a friend's wedding, and she kind of never left. So, and she started her yarn shop. So it was beautiful. She had a lot of beautiful stuff. I wanted to show you that now because I thought this would be the perfect video, but I cannot find it. So I'll have to save that for another day. And I also have some yarn that I bought in Hawaii that I want to show you. That's my very special yarn, probably the most expensive yarn I've ever purchased. So that will be in another video too. So wish me luck in finding that yarn, because I looked in at least 12, 16 bins of yarn. And I'm like, where could it have gone? I don't know. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere, hiding. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, Matt at Gilded Loop, for these beautiful, inspiring colors and more yarn. And yes, he is an enabler, because I was maybe going to do this, smash my stash and stash smash. It's not working out that well, I gotta say. Not working out that well. But I am going to work on what I have. I am working, consciously working on stuff. And yeah, picking up a yarn skein or two here and there. But anyway, I hope you have a great day. And if your kids are going back to school, have a wonderful first day of school. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Hype if you're on your mobile device. That really helps me out. And I will have another video out probably on Saturday morning with some of my completed projects, some whips that I've been working on, and what we're going to work on next. And never forget that it's not hoarding if it's yarn, right? Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.